Good morning. This is Prophet Terry Honey, and I'm speaking to you here from this beautiful resort. We're on holiday for a while, just a breakaway. And I want to speak to you about the prophetic word the Lord gave me for the season that we are entering into. Now, I know there are many ways in which God speaks to us, and I've just seen the beautiful majesty of His glory displayed in the heavens and on the earth. As we were driving through, I think we left on Saturday, we saw this cloud formation in the sign of a cross, and it was just an indication again of God's faithfulness and just Him reminding of us that He is in our journey, He's going ahead of us and He's with us. Isn't it just amazing? But anyway, we know that He is, and sometimes signs in the heavens is just a comfort in knowing that we're on the right path. So what I want to speak to you about today is just a reminder that in April I was speaking to you about a dream that I had some time back earlier this year. Again, it was about the flood, and we said that the flood indicates to me it was the ending of a difficult time and that something new was going to happen. So this is so significant in this time because dreaming of floods is a desire for something new. And I don't know about you, but sometimes we're just in this place and we say, God, something's got to happen. So as we were driving yesterday, we were going through it. I'm going to post the pictures on my Instagram and social media, and you'll be able to see what I'm speaking about. It was this beautiful sunset, unseen by any natural eye. Just if you look at any sunset, you'll just see a beautiful horizon sunsetting. But when I say unseen by natural eye, it means you really need to open up your eyes to see what God is actually showing you in that formation. And the sunset was just so phenomenal. I've never seen such sky painted so many beautiful colors. It was a color that was just so beautiful. And then as we came over the Otanequa mountain ranges, the mountains, the valleys and the hills were just clapping their hands, and I can see how the psalmist could have written that because it was just so beautiful. But anyway, so coming back to this flood, dreaming of this huge flood and the overflow of God's glory, His power in this time was just indicative of what I was seeing out there. So we were passing by last night sunset. It was this dark, heavy cloud, but through it, the sun was breaking through it. And then I saw how the Lord was saying that the breakthrough is here. There's no more delays. Everything that you've been praying for, everything that you've been trusting God for, the season has shifted, and we've got to be like the tribe of Issachar. They design the times and the seasons in their lives to make right decisions for God and for your lives. And so this is where we are at today. I'm believing that when I spoke about the latter rain, forming the latter rains are coming, this is now the time for the time of the latter rain that God is bringing forth. So also the excessive joy we've been feeling. He spoke about this June month, this Jubilee here, the June month of His joy that is overflowing and filling the hearts of God's people. Listen to me today. I prophesy over your life that if you have not experienced or tapped into this joy yet, open up your heart. You have got to be in a place to receive, and you also have to prepare, because you cannot get what you don't prepare for. So if you prepare for the joy, you've got to say, God, I'm waiting, I'm ready. Just bring it on, God. Put on some happy songs and sing some Shiki Baba or some happy song that's gonna wow you and bring you into a place of joy. We choose life, we choose sadness, we choose to be happy. You choose today what you want to do. I want you to go and follow us on social media. Follow our Facebook page. It's Woman of Substance SA, and we are posting on there Mondays. It is called Bloom Monday. And on a Tuesday, we post Choose Today, whatever it is you need to choose. And on a Wednesday, it's Live Well Wednesdays, and we have Thriving Thursdays, Fabulous Fridays. And Fridays is normally a time where we put people's stories up there, and if you have a story to tell, send it to us and we can share your story with someone else. But that is another story for another time. But what I really want to get into that, let me just get into this now. I was singing the psalm again. The tide is rising, rising, bursting, bursting up from the ground. You know, it's this, there's a river that is flowing. There's a river that is flowing, and you've got to jump into this river. It's bursting forth with God's goodness. It's bursting forth with your promises. You have got to get the revelation. You've got to get the manifestation of the things that you've been asking God for. You know, I sat at the restaurant yesterday and I noticed Caitlin was wearing her infinity ring. And again, God was just opening up to me that sign, the figure 8. It's the beginning of new things. It's God's eternal covenant with us. It's the new, it's the thing that God is saying to us, listen, I've got you and I have everything already worked out for you. You have just got to be in the right place at the right time. Discern the moment. You've got to know that. So God is about to do new things for you. He's about to shift in your life. I have just encountered beautiful partnership, purpose partners, and the one partner said to me, you know what, we've come full circle and this is the time now. And what I understand and believe about that was God was saying to me personally, listen, Terry, everything that you've done, everything that you've worked on has now come to an end. Everything, all those programs, everything that you've done, that you've been working on is done. It's completed. It's now time to catapult into what I've got for you now for this season. So God's given me some new strategies and new plans. You know, when he gave me all those scrolls in my hand that I was sharing with you about in his presence, he says, yeah, all the plans for that which I have for you for the future. So I don't know about you, but I'm unveiling and opening up these plans and looking at the strategy and what God is downloading for me at this time. So there's also a time when God is saying old cycles have got to come to an end. Old cycles are ending. You decide. You want to continue on the same way? You cannot have different results if you're doing the same things. And I say this to the ladies all the time. I say it to our tribe all the time. I said, if you want to change, you be the change. If you want to do something, if you want different answers, do something different. So it's time for you to get out of those old cycles. God is saying it is finished. If it hasn't worked for you in the past, let go of it. Let go of it. Like He said to me, some people have exited our lives. Some people have exited just the ministry. They've just gone, you know, without saying goodbye. And God was saying, hello, don't worry about them. They weren't part of your future. And so I'm not sad about it. I'm just sad for them that they lost or missed the moment. But I pray and release them, and I love them, and I pray that God would let them find their happy place. Let them find their tribe where they can go and be influential and go and make a difference. So I'm giving you part 1 of a 3-part series because I don't want these recordings to be too long. I want you to be able to listen to it, prepare for the next one that I'm going to share, and get ready for what God is doing to you and for you. So if you feel that you've been going through those challenges, those things that you've been facing, things just weren't coming right, your prayers aren't being answered, you're not seeing the manifestation of things that you've been sowing for and planting for, it is time now that God is saying that all these things that you've been going through was a preparation. It was a part of the process that He had planned for you. He said it's about the purging. Last week He spoke to us about removing the chaff. He is just taking away all the things that shouldn't be there. You are going through and felt like you were going through the refiner's fire, but don't despair. You are in the potter's hand. God has got you. He's busy doing something. The same way He did for Job. He removed the hedge of fire of protection around about him. And this is all God's work. Don't blame the enemy. Stop blaming other people for where you're at or what's going on in your life. Take responsibility and say, God, what is the writing on the wall for me? What are you teaching me in this challenge? So this is your time. This is your season now where God is reshaping you. He's remolding you. He's preparing you for where He's taking you. So this is the thing. You know, the Lord gave us a word and He said that there are some people that have abandoned their positions. Some have moved into places where they shouldn't be. But God says, don't worry. This is a spiritual thing that is going on. It's a spiritual thing. Ephesians chapter 3:13. Go and read about it. It talks about the spiritual things that are going on. Ephesians 6 talks about the spiritual things. There's so much I want to unpack for you today. But I'm coming to a few minutes close in this time. So when you have come full circle, just know that the old has got to go. Today, make the decision. Write down what it is that you need to let go of so God can bring the new thing. And you can see I'm wearing this butterfly today because I want you to know that the transformation has already happened. You're no longer in the cocoon. You've gone through the painful process and you are ready to be birthed and bring forth a new life. Bring forth the new you that everybody wants to see. I love you, and I'll be back with part 2 of It's Your Time.